Every time you open Claude and start a new task, you spend the first 5 minutes re explaining who you are, what you're working on, and how you want the output to look. It works once, but you are not building a skill. You are doing the same setup over and over from scratch every single session, creating noise. An organized work environment and systems are needed for efficiency gains throughout the workforce. Organizations sharing best practices and structured data habits are harmonizing and harnessing the true power of AI. Author Jeff Woods describes the AI driven leader's capabilities for smarter decisions. Before typing a prompt, they train their workforce to align and clarify goals, map out decisions, and run strategic what if scenarios. Those simply using structured context files instead of ad hoc prompts report cutting task setup time by more than 50% and onboarding new team members up to 3 times faster. One reusable file pays for itself the first week. There are two lightweight files every AI leader should know: skills.md and a claude.md file. Let's look at claude.md first. It tells Claude what you're trying to accomplish, the constraints you're working within, the tone and structure you expect, and the context Claude should always keep in mind. Your claude.md file anchors your work and sets the foundation. It tells Claude what you're trying to accomplish, the constraints you're working within, the tone and structure you expect, and the context Claude should always keep in mind. Claude.md is your creative brief, your project plan, and your prompt system all in one place. The files save time and tokens by only using what is needed and a progressive disclosure process. Drop it into Claude at the start of any task, and you never have to re explain the context again. The second is a skills.md file, your AI capability library. This is your Swiss Army knife or on demand toolkit. It stores reusable workflows, writing styles, analysis frameworks, and the step-by-step processes your team relies on. Claude reads this file and gains instant access to your team's best practices, not generic internet knowledge. Claude.md tells Claude what to do. Skills.md tells Claude how to do it. Oh, I almost forgot. MD stands for Markdown, like mark it down to remember. The files are super simple and initialized with a quick command. With standards and best practices, your AI knowledge becomes a strategic asset, not another note lost in chat history. Why should I care? This isn't another one-off prompt technique. This is about harmonization, energy, and efficiency. With standards and best practices, your AI knowledge becomes an asset, not another note lost in chat history. Efficiency and compliance are often considerations when applying for government funding. Your tactical step: open Claude and type, "I want to create a claude.md file for my team's AI work. Ask me 5 questions to help me define our goal, constraints, tone, and context." Use Claude's questions to build your first blueprint. Then create a folder in GitHub called /AI-workflows and drop it in. Share it with your team before your next working group session. Work smarter, drive measurable outcomes. Anyone can prompt. Leaders build systems. Start with one file, one folder, one conversation with Claude, and turn your team's expertise into a repeatable AI capability your whole organization can use. Start talking with your team about sharing skills and best practices to become a true force multiplier.